What are the different motherboard components and their functions? Understanding the motherboard components and their functions is simple. Join me as I explain the different parts of a motherboard with pictures. First, the back panel connectors and ports. This is used for connecting the computer for external devices such as a display ports, audio ports, USB ports, Ethernet ports, PS2 ports, and etc. Second is the PCI slots. PCI stands for Peripheral Component Interconnect. This slot is for older expansion cards such as sound cards, network cards, and connector cards. Have been largely replaced by PCI Express with one slots. See motherboard parts number 3. Third is the PCI Express with one slot. This slot is for modern expansion cards such as sound cards, network cards, connector cards, and certain low-end graphics cards. Fourth is the PCI Express with 16 slot. This slot is for discrete graphic cards and high bandwidth devices such as top-end solid-state drives. Fifth is the North Bridge, also known as Memory Controller Hub. Chipset that allows the CPU to communicate with the RAM and graphics card. Beginning from the Sandy Bridge generation of Intel CPUs, motherboards no longer have this component as it has been integrated within the CPU itself. 6 is the CPU socket, where we can insert the CPU. 7 is the ATX 12 volts power connector. It connects to the 4-pin power cable of a power supply unit which supplies power to the CPU. 8 is the front panel USB 2.0 connectors. Connects to USB 2.0 ports at the front or top of the computer case. 9 is the front panel connectors. Connects to the power switch, reset switch, power LED, hard drive LED, and front audio ports of a computer case. 10 is the IDE connector. Connects to older hard drive disks and optical drives for data transfer. Have been replaced over by SATA connectors. See Motherboard Components number 13. 11 is the CMOS battery. Supplies battery to store BIOS settings and keep real-time clock running. The CMOS battery found on most motherboards in the CR2032 lithium coin cell. 12 is the South Bridge, also known as the Input-Output Controller Hub. Chipset that allows the CPU to communicate with PCI slots, PCI Express with one slot, or the expansion cards, SATA connectors or hard drives, optical drives, USB ports or USB devices, Ethernet ports, and onboard audio. 13 is the SATA connector. Connects to modern hard disk drives, solid-state drives, and optical drives for data transfer. 14 is the fan headers. Supplies power to the CPU heatsink fan and computer case fans. 15 is the RAM slots, where you can insert your RAM here. Last 16, the ATX power connector. Connects to the 24-pin ATX power cable of a power supply unit, which supplies power to the motherboard. That's the end of my tutorial. Hope you learned it. Thanks for viewing. Bye bye.